Hi everyone, my name is Vicki A and welcome to my show. This show is going to be about personal growth. I'm going to talk about topics from health and well-being to relationships to spirituality, self-love, you name it. If it's an area in ourselves that we can improve, we're going to cover that. So yeah, I'm really excited. This is my first video, and as you saw from the thumbnail, that this video is going to be about meditation for beginners or basic meditation tips. Okay, so I have broken this video up into 3 parts. Okay, 1 is going to be why should you meditate? The second part is going to be what are some types of meditation that you might want to try? And 3 is going to be where do you start? Okay, so let's just go ahead and dive in. Oh, but first, let me introduce you to my meditating sloth. This is my favorite little decoration. He is my pet, and he is the garter of the gong. And so now let's go ahead and dive into Meditation 101. And as promised, the first thing I want to cover is why should you meditate? So, you know, if you found this video, it may be because you're interested in meditation and you've never tried it, and so you don't even have a clue where to start. Or maybe you have tried it and you think you suck at it. Or maybe you think it's kind of woo-woo, or maybe like it's against your religion. What I would say to that last part is that meditation really isn't about religion, and not even necessarily spirituality. Although it can actually help in your spiritual practice, it can benefit you in so many ways. So some of those ways are that it relieves stress. It increases feelings of calm. It helps you sleep better. It's also been proven to make one smarter. So there are lots of different benefits to meditating on a regular basis. But I would say the number one reason that I meditate, and the biggest benefit I'm getting, is that I'm discovering that I am not my thoughts, that I am separate than my thoughts. And there's this one thing that I found on the internet that just worded it so perfectly. I just want to read it to you. Your mind and your thoughts, you can perceive them. You are there before them. They come and go. You cannot be that, because if you were the things that come and go, when they go, you will also be gone. You are here to watch them go, so you cannot be that. What is it that remains to watch everything come and go, but itself neither comes nor goes? Recognize and acknowledge that power in you, that space in you. Someone named Muji quoted that. So anyway, that is what I have discovered in my meditation practice, is that I am finding that I can control my reactions by not attaching to my thoughts, right? We get so many thoughts that go through our mind throughout every day, from the minute that we wake up until the minute we go to sleep, right? And a lot of times we're just, you know, just ripping and running, and something happens and then we just blow up because we are not realizing that we don't have to cater to the thought that comes to our mind. You know, we can choose to see it in a different way, things of that nature. And meditating helps to show you that you are not your thoughts, because as you're still, the thoughts go by, just like clouds in the sky. your thoughts are going to arise. You're not making those thoughts come and go. They just come and go. Just kind of the way that your heart is beating or your breathing. You can't remember every single breath that you take during the day. It's just happening. And that's the same thing as your thoughts. So when you meditate and you get still, then you're able to that really hits home. Wow, I am not my thoughts. So these are some reasons that I meditate and some of the benefits that other people have benefited from. So that would cover the first part of this video. Which brings us to the second part of the video, and that's the interesting stuff, which is some different types of meditation that you might want to try. Because meditation has been around for so many years, there's countless different types of meditation. So I'm not going to give you an exhaustive course on meditation. So I'm just going to kind of give you a few that I feel are good for starters and ones that I practice regularly and that helped me in the beginning of my meditation practice. So the first one that I would like to suggest that you try is called mindfulness meditation. Now in mindfulness meditation, the whole goal is to focus your mind on one thing. So that one thing could be your breath, but basically what you do is you would, you'd close your eyes and you would begin to breathe very intentionally and very deeply. And so you'd breathe in and you'd breathe out. And you would be focusing your attention on the breath. So what that means is you would basically be paying attention to what it feels like, what your breath feels like coming in through your nostrils. You would, think about your breath going into your lungs, filling your lungs and in your diaphragm. And then when it's coming out, you would feel it going through your windpipe and coming out of your mouth or your nose. And as you're doing that, what you're doing is you're focusing on the present moment. So the body, if you think about your breath, it kind of brings you to your body and the sensations that your body is feeling, and it takes you right here into the present, which is actually quite rare. Normally we are thinking about the past or we're thinking about the future. We're very rarely in the present moment, but when we're in the present moment, that is actually the only moment that really exists. And when you focus on your breath, you're also able to kind of take away from all of those thoughts that are coming from your past or making you, imagine your future. So, that is one of the muscles that you're exercising by meditating regularly and focusing on and being mindful of your breath, is you're exercising your attention. Okay, so this helps you later on during your day when it comes to focusing on, say, a project that you're working on at work, or your child who's telling you a story about what happened to them that day. It actually really does build up that focus muscle. Okay, so that's number one. The second type that I would like to suggest you try is visualization. Visualization is my absolute favorite of all of the types of meditations that I've tried thus far, because it encompasses so many different things. Let me explain it this way. Okay, so say in the law of attraction, if you're familiar with the law of attraction, then you know that you are to visualize something that you want or desire, and then you conjure up the feeling that you would have if you did have that desire, right? So say you really want a Ferrari, and then you think to yourself, how would I feel if I owned that Ferrari, right? And then you would, now this is a law of attraction thing, and so it would be really for another video. But the next thing that you'd do is you would embody what it would be to be the owner of this Ferrari, and then you would behave in such a way, right? So then you would attract what it is that you want. So anyway, all of this is really great to start off in visualization meditation by visualizing that thing that you really want, or that job that you really want, or that relationship that you really want. I did forget to mention that gratitude for that thing that you want should always accompany the visualization of the thing that you really, really want. And then you'd be so grateful that you have it, and you just conjure up all these feelings during your meditation. And then what's so great about that is that once you've conjured up these feelings and you have this picture and it's very clear, later on in your day, every day afterwards, you'll be able to conjure that feeling up much faster because you've already done it, right? Okay, so anyway, I'm going along too far on the law of attraction visualization, because there's other things that you can do during visualization meditations. So setting your intention for the day. That is, basically just thinking about your day, just being, saying, thank you for this day. I'm intending to, be kind today. I'm intending to be productive today. I'm intending to be positive today. And, I just know it's going to be a great day. And so that's another type that you can incorporate into that. Another one would be getting in touch with God. So, we talked about a little bit earlier about religion and meditation, and how I like to think about it in spiritual terms is that prayer is when you're talking to God, and meditation is when you can sit still and listen for the still small voice, right? So to me, visualization is a great way to connect with God, to connect with your higher self, to connect with your spirit guides, to connect with, your third eye, your intuition. And all of this can be done by kind of walking yourself through visualizing just, the light that you are, and then expanding outwards, and, maybe even sitting down and talking with Jesus, or sitting, or coming out of your body and imagining yourself in space, and you are connecting with your spirit guides, and they're, giving you some kind of, some kind of advice, or something like that. So that is another way that you can use visualization. Another one is de-stressing. So de-stressing can be done by visualizing yourself in the most relaxing place you can think of, right? Like say you're, you feel the most relaxed when you've got a margarita in your hand and you are laying on a sandy beach in the Caribbean. So you'll just, get into your zone, and you will imagine yourself there, and you will imagine everything about it, from the way that the air smells to the smell of suntan lotion, to the feeling of sun on your skin. So, that is also very helpful for visualization. So another type of meditation that I think is definitely worth trying, even as a beginner meditator, I would say loving kindness meditation. It's also called metta meditation. And what the concept of loving kindness is kind of straightforward, in that you are thinking about loving, kind thoughts and that kind of energy, and you are sending that energy to yourself. You're sending it to someone that you love, someone that it's very easy for you to send loving kindness to, like say, your children, your parents, your, someone that is just automatically you just feel an unconditional love for. Then, you go further out to, say, someone that is a random person, like a cashier at your local supermarket. Then you go even further out to, say, someone that you hold a grudge against, someone you have some kind of animosity towards, or someone that you feel doesn't like you. And, then you extend loving kindness towards that person. And so you're visualizing them and before you, right? And then once you're done with that, then you can actually go even further out into your community, your country, the entire planet. You can send your loving kindness energy out to. So when you come out of that meditation, you just feel wonderful. So I would definitely highly recommend loving kindness meditation. So gratitude is also just an amazing meditation. And what I like to do, I don't always do it, I wake up on the wrong side of the bed sometimes too, but what I really intend to do is to wake up and say thank you. And I just automatically just say thank you. And then I smile. And so by saying thank you and smiling, even if I am kind of feeling a little bit, I'm feeling tired, I don't want to get up, or whatever it is I'm going through, I still at least start off with an intentional thank you, right? To set things in motion. And then when I do my meditation, I kind of, maybe I'll do a little journaling. I'll write down some things that I'm grateful for, and then I'll meditate and I will think about each and every one of those things. And, the thing about gratitude meditation is it's best done when things are not going your way. Why? Because there's always something to be grateful for. And when things aren't going your way, you really want to lift your vibration. You really want to, just kind of get into a more positive state of mind, because even if things aren't going so well, being in a negative state of mind can't really help the situation, can it? So doing a gratitude meditation during times of trouble, when you're in the valley, when things just aren't going your way, I would say is a really great thing to do. So that would be the second part. I think we've covered all of the different types of meditation that I recommend for starters. That would be mindfulness meditation, visualization, loving kindness, and gratitude. Okay, so now let's move on to the third part of the video. Where do you begin, right? So this is really quite simple, and I think that a lot of times people think that you need to be super flexible and get yourself into a pretzel in order to be meditating correctly. And that's just not the case, not at all. So what you're going to do is you're just going to either, sit crisscross applesauce, or you can sit in a lotus position if you're able to do that with your back straight, or you can go into a half lotus, which is just with one of the legs. I'm going to show you a picture of a half lotus. And then there's seesaw position, which is in karate. I've been in karate since I was 6 years old, and we would always start off each class in a seesaw position. So I'll show you what that looks like, and you can meditate in that position. You could also just sit in a chair like I'm sitting right here, and just close your eyes and relax. This is actually the least of an impact on your body, and also connects your feet to the ground so that you can do a little grounding as well. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with sitting in a chair and doing your meditation, and there's also nothing wrong with laying in bed and doing your meditation. I would say the only thing that I would say to try to do is to keep your back straight, and that is because of the energy that is flowing through your body. You want your spine to be as straight as possible. So that's all you need to know for your positions, okay? You find a comfortable place, and you sit in a comfortable position with your back straight. Okay? The second thing that you need to do to get started is you need to carve out some time where you won't be interrupted. And this may be very challenging for you if you say have small children, or you just, you're just extremely busy. So what I would say is, figure it out. If you need to, talk to your husband, or if you need to talk to your children and you need to say, you're going to talk to your significant other and you just need to say, hey, can you help me out here? Or I'm only going to be 10 minutes. And then that you will not be interrupted during that time. It will really help you, because one of the things that just happens after meditating is that you feel a sense of calm. Well, how calm can you really feel if you've got anxiety that somebody's going to be coming to the door and knocking on it, or someone's going to need you, or someone's going to get hurt? So please schedule out, carve out just however many minutes you want to start with. I would recommend starting with 10 minutes. Personally, there are tons of 5-minute meditations out there. If you want to find a guided meditation, you can find them. You can also just decide to, if you only have 5 minutes, just decide to get into a 5-minute still place for 5 minutes. But the reason that I recommend 10 is because for me, it takes me about 5 minutes to really get into my meditative zone, if you will. And then you start your meditation 5 minutes in, and then you do another 5. So to me, 10 minutes is really the most helpful to start off with. And then as you get better at it, you will be able to sit for longer periods. In fact, you'll actually crave getting into that still and quiet place. And so I would ask you to give it a good 2 weeks. I would challenge you to give it 2 solid weeks where you try it every day, and you find a good meditation, good style that you like, and then just really be consistent with it and see if after 2 weeks it's not something that's actually making you feel better. Because I do want to emphasize that we don't meditate to become better meditators. We meditate to become better at life, and just to find peace, and to find self-control, and to be able to cultivate more compassion towards others. So that's pretty much it. I mean, meditation is something that helps you with focusing your attention, your awareness, and your compassion, right? And there's lots of different types that you can try. There are guided meditations as well as freestyle meditations that you can do all by yourself just by focusing on your breath. That's about everything. That's meditation basics. And I would really love it if you liked this video, if you got any value out of it, if you would just hit the like button, and be sure to subscribe, because I'm going to have lots more videos that I'm going to be either sharing some personal growth that I'm experiencing, inspiring and encouraging you on your personal growth journey. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out too. So, and one more thing. I also have an Instagram page, and it is at vicky.a.show, and I post stuff on there that I don't share on YouTube. So with that being said, I just want to thank you once again for joining me for this video, and have a wonderful day. I'll see you on the next video. Namaste.